underrated, overrated, hiring out parts of your process. So that could be
what parts?
So that could it could be anything.
Mm.
Hiring out, underrated, overrated, hiring out parts of your process. So that could be tracking, that could be editing, that could be mastering, that could be mixing, that could be whatever.
Oh man, I think this is going to just be dependent, like person to person, of course. For me, my favorite way to work is I love to, like, if I'm working with an artist, I love to produce, engineer, and then have someone act like my tape operator. That's my absolute favorite way to do it. And I would not want to hire out for anything other than someone to run the session.
Well, I think that's still hiring out. So, yeah.
So in that case, yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
It's underrated. I love it.
Underrated, yeah.
Yeah.
I view it as underrated. I think people wait too long to start hiring stuff out.
I will agree with that.
I think people wait too long to hire stuff out because they think they need to have their hand on every single individual part of the process.
I love having my hands on so many parts of the process, but I agree.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah. But the moment, the day that it happened for me was the day I hired a vocal editor, and I sent him the vocal, like an entire album's worth of vocals, and went to sleep. And then went throughout my day. At the end of the week, all the vocals were edited, and I was able to do so many more things and finish other projects in the meantime while that was also getting done.
Yeah, that's a very useful thing.
It's
for the
crazy underrated.
Yeah, for the tedious stuff. Oh my God, yeah.
And like drum edits, like I started hiring out drum edits, like timing edits and stuff, especially to people who and like when I do heavy music, I send my drums and my guitars to the same guy. So he'll do DI guitar edits and then reamps for me.
Oh, okay.
And so it's like I track it, I get it good, I get a bass tone for him on a plugin and say like, here's kind of what we're going for. Send it to him. He gets all that done, and I come back and he sends me a Pro Tools session with everything in it. So if I need to make any edits, all the edits are still there. So I can dude, it is.
I need to do that more.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, because I don't do that much at all.
It's so fun.
No, it's an incredibly underrated thing that, I mean, I'll just give you my experience. I mean, I worked my face off for a lot of years trying to do everything. Run the studio, book the studio, engineer, edit, mix, master. Like I was trying to do all of it. And thankfully I had business coming in, super thankful that I had business. But it came to a point to where, I mean, I'm here like 70 hours.
Yeah.
And not, and then my wife's like, are you alive? Where are you? So to me, there's a mindset switch that has to happen, number one. And it really has a lot to do with being able to find someone like you guys that you trust to work on a certain aspect of the project. So you know that the product you're going to get back is going to be up to the standards that you would have done yourself.
Yeah.
But the other part of it for me was also a financial thing. It was like, okay, I budgeted a certain amount of dollars for this song or this project or whatever. I don't want to give those away. I don't want to give those dollars away to somebody else. I want to keep all those dollars, So, but I think the workload comes to a point to where it almost forces you to have to consider doing some of those things. But then the hard part is like, do I have a guy that or a girl that can do the thing that I need? And I know that when I get it back, I'm not going to have to redo it all. Like I know that I can trust them. And that's just a thing of like meeting people, talking to people, getting referrals from other people because it's available. There's really, really good people out there who tune vocals really well. They edit drums really well. Sometimes take away your don't mix a song. Send it to a really great mix engineer and let them mix it.
We started doing co-mix. We did a co-mix for a record recently, and that was really interesting. Where I did the production half, and he did the mastering half, and I pre-mixed the production in a Pro Tools session with his template, and then he took it over and did the final mix and revisions and mastering. And that was a really cool process. It actually sped up the process significantly. We did it in one revision round.
That's interesting.
We had we both had our hand in the kind of the project as it goes
phase.
along. So we were familiar with
what it was going for
So-
and intent and all that.
Yeah, so-
Okay.
it was
But
cool.
I was in a little more communication with them because I did all the tracking and he did a lot
Yeah.
of the pre-production. So it was
Gotcha.
really, so we like handed off to each other at different stages. It was really cool.
Yeah, and I also feel like that is also kind of a unique situation with you guys.
It is.
too.
It is. It's a little different.
Because you're like, oh man, you guys have like worked together
Yeah, for a while.
long time, and
Yeah,
all
couple years at this point.
At the same time, I know exactly what you're talking about too, because I'm actually like thinking about like, God, I should probably hire a video editor for like the content stuff, because oh my God,
Yeah.
like just being able to free yourself up for other things.
It is the actual only way to buy back time.
Yeah.
Like time is a finite resource, and the only way to get more of it is to pay other people to do the things that you don't need to be doing, so that you can do more important stuff simultaneously.
So you budget that into your project.
Yeah.
Yep. So you budget it into your project.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
Anyway,
Jesse started hiring out a guy that I recommended too.
Yeah, I was gonna say underrated. Because I'm kind of like you. Like I like doing everything. Like I enjoy sitting there and coming up with a guitar part and tracking the guitar part and editing the vocal and doing all the stuff. But I've started hiring out people for like specific instruments or specific things. And I feel way more confident now too, because like no matter what the artist wants to do, I know like no matter what, I can either do it myself or I can hire someone that can crush it, if that makes sense. Like,
It's also an argument against generative AI.
Yeah.
Of like,
That's true.
hire somebody, a real player, to do it, because you can attempt to generate a dobro part,
but it's not going to be as good as
but it's not going to be as good as Adam Bachman actually just absolutely
for sure.
shredding a dobro with feeling over a song. Because
shredding Adobo with feeling.
Dude,
album title for something. That's great.
Hiring out vocal tuning is great too.
Dude.
I hate all that.
It's so
that's
fun.
the one part that I don't like is like.
So I got lucky. I don't know if you've used Ryan before, but I've hired out Ryan, my vocal editor, and he will also track BGVs and harmonies if I need him to. So, which is huge for people like Brad who have these vocalists come in and they don't necessarily have time or they don't know how to do harmonies. You can send your vocal to him with the lyric sheet, and then he'll tune the main vocal and then track his own harmonies and BGVs, oohs and ahs and all that kind of stuff.
Interesting.
And then time align them and tune them all and send them back, and it's just freaking money, dude.
Yeah. I'm also just grateful for like vocals that I exist in genres that don't typically do that and kind of lean into the slightly
raw
pitchy,
stuff,
raw
which is
vocal
great.
type
That's
of
great
thing.
too.
Yeah, for sure.
It definitely depends on the genre and
the artist
style of artist.
Yeah, like Sherlock, you said, like he just leans into doing a lot of like
he
auto-tune
just
stuff.
tracks with auto-tuning. That's just what it is. Kind of.
That sounded cool though. Like the track that we were listening to.
Yeah, because he
with how
leans
it, like,
into it.
flutters at the
Yeah,
end.
yeah.
I was like, oh, that's stylistic. Like, I like that.
So
And in the country world, it's like unique sort of. But like you were saying though, like not wanting to pay out of your profit to hire people is definitely a thing that
it's hard to get to that point. And it's like, I'll be completely candid. Like when I hired Ian Guthrie was the first guy that I like quote hired
One of our engineers
to work here at the studio. And I finally just, I met with him several times and we just kind of connected, and he was of like-mindedness, the way that we run the studio and the way we run sessions and all those things. It's incredibly difficult to find someone that would run a session like you would want the session run, but, I'm incredibly thankful that I ran into him and we were able to work something out so that he could come in and engineer, like he doesn't have any kids right now. So he could engineer some weekend stuff and I could go home when I had kids.
Yeah.
And I didn't have to be here, but you just have to get to a point where you find someone that you trust and that you also have to take the thing out of your mind where like you have to give a little bit of control away.
Yeah.
In order to like make it happen, so, but
Good
that's just my experience.
Yeah.
I thought that was a good one.
Yeah,
that was a good one. All right.
sure.
Last one, overrated, underrated. We'll do air quotes rules in music and audio production.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. I think Like I feel like we could do
Overrated,
a 1, 2,
underrated.
3, like a rock paper scissors. All right, so what is it? Overrated is up.
Overrated, underrated, properly rated.
Okay, so overrated, underrated, properly rated. So
Yeah.
rules in the studio.
Rules in the
do it.
studio. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
3.
Underrated. I have it underrated.
Oh my
Wait,
gosh.
okay, define
Well,
rules.
Okay.
Are you talking about random YouTube video rules?
No,
or are you
no,
talking
no.
about like
I'm saying
Yeah, what kind of rule are we talking? Like
rules.
No guns in the studio,
no.
because that's underrated.
No, the rules of audio and mixing. I think in order to break the rules, you need to first know the rules intently and deeply. And a lot of people get to the breaking part way too early.
maybe I can kind of get on board with that.
and like
that
contemporary
challenges me.
Yeah, because you're like, oh, wait a second.
contemporary music though, like your average listener expects a certain thing. So like if you're too left field from that,
Sure.
I feel like that could hurt. Also, I feel like having some constraints, at least for me, makes me more creative. Because you're not
That's
like
true.
you're not like if you're just looking at a blank canvas, you're like, where do I start with this? But if you have some guidelines, you can
Yeah.
get to the creative stuff
Well, I mean,
quicker. I feel like so. I
think-
don't know.
I think I agree with you to an extent in the fact that like if you plug a condenser mic into the pre, you have to turn on the phantom power or the mic won't work.
Sure.
Or if
So
you,
that's
or if
a
you,
rule.
Or if you turn the phantom power onto a ribbon mic,
you
you're
can
gonna blow the freaking mic.
So yeah,
Like there's stuff like
sure.
that
Yeah.
like that's a rule you kind of need to know. But also
Yeah.
there's the rule of like acoustics and sound and like how sound works, and there's stuff like that like I think there are base level rules that people get like, I don't need the rules, I'm just gonna figure it out. I think actually they would save themselves a lot of headache and time by going through and learning a lot of like the basic rules first.
You're talking like intro to audio or intro to physics.
Yeah, but
I
a
think
lot
it's
of people just throw that crap out the window, dude.
Yeah.
A lot
I
of
get-
YouTube people just throw the crap out the window.
Yeah, I mean, well, like, so as an audio instructor, okay, I think it's important. It's kind of like room treatment, like you said earlier, where it's like it's important to understand kind of the fundamentals and the basics.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then, just be cool, man.
I
Yeah.
think music theory is the exact same way.
I think you're right.
I think music theory is a very good example, in my
Mhm.
opinion, of this working well, which is you understand music theory so well
Mhm.
that you can break the rules and try different things and do
Sure.
different things. You do not have to abide by the music theory, but you also understand how it works. And it gives you the freedom to try new things and do other things outside of that.
Yeah, I agree with that metaphor. I think that it is important to understand what's going on, and so you're not just flying blind. Because I gotta be honest, the first time that I used 2 microphones on one guitar cabinet, phase nightmare.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I created some crazy sounds, and
Yeah.
not in a good way, but
Yeah.
in a way that I was like,
Yeah.
why do I feel queasy when I hear this? Like it was just like hollow, but at the same time, I was like, did I find the
Fizzy?
brown note? Like, yeah. So like it's important to understand things.
Yeah.
But then again, and I say this all the time too, it's really important to also put down the tape measure. And ultimately, the golden rule in audio is that if it sounds good, it sounds good.
Yeah.
And so if your overheads are not at the perfect like 120 degree angle, and with the 17 centimeter spacing for ORTF, like maybe it was just shy of that, and it's okay.
But also at the same time, if your kick is lacking some frequencies when your full mix is on, then you may need to shift your overhead slightly because it's causing a phase problem that's negating your low end.
And to like think, and use your ears, listen, and be reactive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But knowing
And
the rules
to
and how
understand.
to shift some of that stuff is kind of more what I
One of my favorite
Yeah.
memes is, you probably know what I'm talking about, where
the bell curve.
the beginner engineer is like, I'm gonna put a microphone in front of it and it's gonna sound good.
Yeah.
And then the intermediate's like, I'm gonna tape measure this and make sure it's perfect.
Oh, yeah.
And then the advanced
Mhm.
engineer's like, I'm gonna stick a microphone in front of this and it's gonna sound good.
Yeah.
That's absolutely
It is very true.
That rings true with my experience.
Yeah.